If your crypto wallet hasn't doubled this year, you're probably doing something wrong. I found a strategy so fast and powerful that has made me go from $100 when I started to live from crypto investments just now. And no, this is not some pump and dump hype. It's a system, and today I'm giving it to you. For you to know, my name is Jaume and I've been diving in the crypto market for 6 years now. Started with just $100 on XRP when I was 18. Yeah, that was all my portfolio thanks to Coinbase rewards. And now at 23, I'm entirely living from my crypto investment and running one of the biggest Web3 marketing agencies of my country. So trust me, I know something. So in this video I'm gonna show you the best way to grow your crypto wallet as fast as possible. Right now we are at a tipping point. Whales are quietly accumulating, narratives are shifting, retail is distracted, and if you're watching this, you're still a little bit early, but not for long. You have to keep in mind that Bitcoin is currently near to the all-time high. The crypto market is cyclical because it's heavily influenced by investor behavior, market dynamics, and specific events like Bitcoin halving. These cycles follow a pattern of ups and downs driven by supply and demand, which means that Bitcoin halving, which happens every 4 years, cuts the supply of new Bitcoins and often sparking the price. Then investor sentiments, fear and greed amplify price swings, hype drives bull markets while panic triggers bear markets. And finally, external factors. You have to keep in mind that this is a technological market, and technological advancements like blockchain upgrades and regulatory changes also play a role here. So now we know that Web3 is a cyclical market. So each cycle has 4 phases. First of all, has accumulation, prices stabilize after a crash, and smart investors start buying. Then we have a markup, where prices start skyrocketing a little bit into the bull market. Then when we reach the all-time high, we have the distribution, so those investors that won a huge amount of money start cashing out near the peak. And finally, we have the bear market, a markdown. Prices crash due to every investors selling in panic and also taking profits because they invested so long ago. And these crashes lead us to the bear market. This predictable rhythm is what makes the crypto market cyclical. And we have seen that since the origin of Bitcoin and the crypto market. It's always been like this, cyclical. But this cycle we've seen something really strange for first time on our history. Usually when crypto markets start skyrocketing, we see Bitcoin going up as the first active, and people usually rotate their profits from Bitcoin to Ethereum and then to other ecosystem assets, for example Solana and other crypto assets. But that's been how money been flown into the crypto market for last 10 years, but not now. You have to keep in mind the last bull market on 2023 and 2024 and now 2025, due to the Bitcoin ETF, we've seen Bitcoin going up and skyrocketing from 60k to near 110k dollars. That's a huge amount profit for Bitcoin. So we've seen Bitcoin going up and then Bitcoin going up and then Bitcoin going a little bit down and the whole market crashing. The thing is that only Bitcoin is moving up. We can make the comparison with Ethereum, that Bitcoin was doing new all-time hikes and Ethereum was stuck between the 2k and 3k. What I mean is that due to the Bitcoin ETF, most of those investors who won big money on crypto haven't been able to rotate those profits into other assets due to how an ETF works. This anomaly made most of people got stuck on crypto altcoins that, far from getting profits, have been bleeding these last and long 2 years of what most people call fake bull market. Because yeah, as I said, since 2023 Bitcoin has made 2 or 3 all-time hikes in a row, and we have not seen any all-time hike on Ethereum and neither other top 10 coins in the crypto. But I'm gonna be honest, last 2 years my money made up to an extent, not by magic, and obviously not because I invested on meme coins and I woke up rich. I've just been as smart to change my way to invest, as I've seen this bull market was not going to be like the others. And now here we are. Bitcoin is currently, when I'm recording this video, at 110k dollars, near the all-time high, and people is scared and don't even know where to put their money due to the market sentiment. Also, most of them spend all their life savings trying to catch the last pump fund token. Jesus, don't do that. So now we've got Bitcoin dominance near the 64%, and here's the opportunity, the fear of everyone losing the opportunity. First of all, you have to shift your mindset. Most of people treat crypto like casino, and we have seen that on Pump Fun. Real growth happens when you treat it like a business. Stop chasing pumps, start following narratives, focus on asymmetric bets with long-term upside, and this is not about getting rich overnight. It's about compounding smart moves. This is not like a casino, man. If you're trying to play crypto like a casino, you're most likely to lose your money like you'll do on a casino. And you know, on my country, they say that money that arrives fast goes as fast as it came, and I'm 100% agree with it. And I'll tell you something, I'm glad I've never made significant money on meme coins, because they work like a casino. You win one time, but you're most likely to spend your profits and the rest of your money trying to win another time. Casino always win. And that's why I like treating crypto like a real business. And now I'll share you my research and investment process. But first of all, I'm gonna tell you something. Obviously, I made some investments of meme coins, especially in 2024 when it was the trending market. Everything related with meme coins was the trend. So as an investor, I was obligated to put a little bit of my money right there because it was the trend. Everyone was just investing on meme coins, and it was the trending, it was the momentum for investing on meme coins. So it was a smart idea to put a little bit of money right there, but not now. Now is not the moment to do so. And you have seen the last few months, Bitcoin is currently on all-time high, and most of those meme coins that you were putting all your life savings right there and were skyrocketing are actually dead. I think that just 5 or 6 of them are currently getting a little bit of attention. That's also one of the reasons why in the introduction of this video I explained to you how a market cycle works, because we have seen also that we have bull markets and bear markets, but also in the crypto market we have a cycles of distribution of those money. Usually it starts pumping Bitcoin, then Ethereum, then altcoins, then some small bets, and then finally meme coins. Usually meme coins are the last thing to pump before a crash. And that's one of the reasons as well why I told you that this cycle has been a little bit different, because meme coins pumped before anything. So first of all, I'm going to show you, here's how I find coins before they explode. First of all, we've got a few tools that are going to be so helpful for you if you're starting on crypto and you want to find new projects. First of all, we've got the advanced research on Twitter, okay? It's actually so useful if you want to do a little bit of noise trading and you want to look on which coins are actually getting attention from some Twitter guys. For example, here we can put up Cardano, and also we can put here like some different hashtags and other things. For example, here we can set up the language, let's say English. Okay, we go search and we are gonna be able to see who's talking about Cardano and which is the market feeling about Cardano. Everything in English in that case. Just take a look. It's as easy as that, and it's gonna be so helpful for us to see who's actually talking about it and which is the market feeling about it. Then we have CoinMarketCal. This is not CoinMarketCap, okay? It's like a schedule for relevant news on the crypto world, okay? Here we have like calendar of everything that is gonna happen on some different projects in the next few months. For example, we have here that Shuffle, a crypto casino, is gonna do a airdrop 2 on 10 of June of 2025. Then we go here and we have listing on exchanges. And for example, here we have, for example, that Aptos is gonna have a $11 million token unlock on 12th of June. And that's so useful because maybe if you have money on Aptos, you don't want to have your money when it happens the unlock, because when unlock happens, the supply increases and usually the price drops. So if you have Aptos, maybe this tool is so useful for you in order to not get caught by this unlock. Also, let's say you like Aptos, you can go to the Aptos side of the CoinMarketCal and you can see the relevant news that are coming soon for Aptos. This is so useful. For example, you know that I like Hyperliquid. I come here, I put Hyperliquid, and I see that Hyperliquid, its first relevant new in terms of token unlock, it's gonna be on 29th of November that there's gonna be a $10 million unlock token. So that's actually so useful for you if you are actually investing on any single crypto coin. You can check it here and you can see everything that is gonna happen with your project. Then we have Deck Screener. Deck Screener, I've talked about it. My favorite tool when it's time to make money. So Deck Screener, I'm not gonna dive in so much because I wanna make a specific video about it. I've talked about it also as well in other videos. We're gonna dive in really soon. Then we have DeFi same as Deck Screener. This is one of the most powerful tools on how to make a deep research on how chains are actually doing. For example, if we come here, we're able to see in real time how chains are going. We see that Hyperliquid chain it's growing 5% today. It grew 68% this month in total value locked. We see how the money is actually flowing on those chains. So I think that if you're an advanced trader or an advanced researcher, you must use Deck Screener and DeFi on your research process for new projects or blockchains. Okay, Deck Screener is more focused on new tokens, new projects, and DeFi is focused on L1 chains. For example, I made my investment on Sui on November 2023 because I saw it on DeFi I saw that it was growing a lot in total value locked, but the token was really quiet. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to put a big investment on Sui. As I say, Deck Screener and DeFi have been the most powerful tools for me and the killer points for me to make money on crypto. So new videos coming soon about those tools. Then we have CoinGecko to check everything that is actually going on the crypto market cap. Okay, here we can see everything. And then we've got Dune, which is the most advanced tool for you to make research on crypto. If you are on another level and you want to go deeper, it's your tool. And I cannot explain it in 5 minutes because I'm gonna lose a lot of information, and I want to explain this tool and how it works properly because this is also one of the key points for you if you want to be serious on crypto. So those tools are like Bible for anyone who really wants to get serious about crypto. And if you treat this video like it was your baby, give me a like. I'll definitely make a full guide on how to use all of them. Dune, DeFi Deck Screener, those 3 tools that made me win like 80 or 90% of my money. I'll make a full video on how to use them. So please give me a like and leave me also a comment on what do you think about my content. So let's say that now you know how to use those tools. When I start researching, I look for different things. First of all, I look for strong narratives, AI, real world assets, L2s, or on social media. For example, when I made my investment on Sui, I did it because it was a strong narrative. It was like the child from Libra, the Facebook blockchain that never came out, so the narrative was gonna be so strong. Also, I saw that it had a small market cap and the community and total value locked was growing so hard. Also, they had a clear roadmap and an active team, not like Aptos. We have seen many red flags on Aptos, and we have seen also on the last months that the CEO of the company left after selling all his tokens, and that's a clear red flag because if your CEO abandons your project before it does anything, this is a clear red flag, and that's one of the reasons why I don't have any dollar on Aptos and I won't. And finally, insider or VC interest. Follow the smart money. Not always this is the best way to invest. I mean, following VC money is not always the best way because they usually buy on pre-sale, on seed phases, and they buy much cheaper than you. But usually if you take a look and you know how to read tokenomics, you can take profit from that because usually those VCs wanna have money. Those guys are not gonna sell. If those big companies invest hundreds of millions of dollars in a coin like we saw on Sui, they are not gonna sell in losses. They are probably gonna put all their efforts to sell those tokens in profits. And these last few years we've seen 2 clear narratives of people who hate VCs and people who love them. And I'll tell you something, when it's time to make money, VCs are not so important. The 80% of my profits this year, as I said, came from non-VC coin like Hyperliquid and a full VC coin like Sui Network. At the end, if you're enough smart to know how those agents work, you'll be able to follow their steps. At the end, VCs are like you and me. They want to make money investing. The only difference between us is the amount of money we have, and also that they have inside information. Following the smart money but being careful is a EV plus strategy to make investments. Doing it without being careful will make you poor quicker than you might ever wonder. And obviously in this channel I'll explain you how to manage investments of VC coins like Sui, where by the way I sold the fucking top. my best call of my life, to be honest. And yeah, I bought it at 0.6 cents and I sold it at $5. It was definitely a clear X10 on my investment, and I'm so happy about it. And yeah, I told you, my best investment haven't been like a X100 on a meme coin. So my crypto growth isn't based on timing the market like I had a magic sphere. It's based on a consistent investing with asymmetric upside. My DCA formula, I made a video about it. I have 60% into strong narratives coins, like in this case for example Hyperliquid, 30% into mid-cap rotation plays, and 10% into wild bets with moon potential, weekly or bi-weekly buys, and preset take profit levels with technical analysis. It's boring, it's disciplined, but it prints. And which is the secret to rapid growth? Automate everything. You know, there are two big players in this wild market, Occidental guys like you and me, and the clients of my agency, the Asians. Those guys operate huge amounts of money when you're sleeping, much more than you and me. Just the Korean market does $44 billion volume every 24 hours. I imagine you don't even know how much money it is, but trust me, enough to have a single company fighting to join the Asian market. So those big guys operate when you're sleeping, and usually you get wrecked. It happened once to me, but never again. And that's how I started automatizing my investments with some tools. First of all, I use In Silico Terminal or 3 for automatic DCA. Then we have portfolio trackers like Debunk, that it's actually so helpful, price alert systems, staking rewards and restaking, and limit sell orders to lock profits while I sleep. You can do it so easily on Bluffing. Those tools are useful, especially if you don't want to get bald operating this wild market, and my wallet works when I don't. But to be honest, I've never been like I am now, so let me save you from some of my dumbest mistakes. First of all, don't go all in on hype. Don't ignore cold storage. Yeah, I got drained for 40k last year. So if your portfolio has more than $5,000, please invest $100 to buy a cold storage. This will save you from an army of people that is currently and actively trying to steal your money every single day. Then always set stop losses or exit targets. Fourth, take profits. Even if it's just 10%, take profits, man. Just a little bit, be greedy taking profits. It's always good to take profits. And finally, never marry a coin. Just take a look on Polkadot holders that have been holding their coin since the all-time high on the last bull market when it was at $50. It's currently at 5 and it's not probably gonna go up. Back on 2021, I was a huge fan of Remark. Most of you maybe don't even know what it is. It was an NFT project on Polkadot and I won a lot of money with it, a little bit late to be honest, and then I started buying it on bear market, all without considering the status of it, which at the moment was already dead. Be careful marrying some coins, this market is wild, and trends of today may be smoked by tomorrow. Obviously this one was a smoky motherfucker, but that's not gonna happen this time. In fact, while I'm doing this video, I'm actually taking profit of my Hyperliquid position because it's actually on all-time high and I have to do it. Even if I think that it's gonna reach the top 5 market cap, I think that it's gonna have a drawdown probably. So what's coming next? How I'm positioning now? Here's how I'm playing the next 6 months. First of all, I'm gonna be watching all-in perp decks like Hyperliquid or Aster, the decentralized exchange powered by Binance, AI because it's the trending market, and the pin closely. Then I'm accumulating key tokens slowly, setting alerts on potential breakout narratives, preparing for some airdrops, Lighter or Aster, and building positions in real yield ecosystem. This is time to build, and when the altcoin season hits, it's too late to start learning. So do it now. And yeah, if you made it this far, you're already ahead of 95% of people because you actually want to play this game like a strategist, not a gambler. But what I showed you today, that's just the foundation. The real growth comes from knowing when to apply each strategy, how to spot market signals early, and how to position your portfolio before the narratives explode. That's why I've created a free YouTube guide where I walk you through the full crypto trading system I use, step by step, from mindset to the exact tools that run my portfolio on autopilot. If you're ready to stop guessing and start executing like the pros, the link is in the description. I'll see you inside. Thank you so much for watching this video.